Hello everyone. So the problem statement is to create the React calculator, which is consisting of following features such as addition, multiplication, subtraction, divide, clear, equals, and add, multiply. So the tools that we are going to use here are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React Bootstrap, React TextFit as libraries, VS Code. These are the tools and GitHub pages. So these are the libraries that we are going to install. That is Bootstrap, React, GitHub pages, and React TextFit. Let's move on to the project structure. This is the main index.js file which is going to set the app which is going to render the app functional component inside the root of index.html. Then let's move on to the app.js. Here we are going to render various components such as header, wrappers, screen, button box, which we are able to see here as well. So this is the button values as the button value array, which consists of various buttons of calculator. So we are rendering various components here in the app.js. So first component is the header. So components are nothing but the part of the small part of the website which can be reused various times. So that's why we have created a separate components folder which can be rendered anywhere, such as here we are rendering in the app component. So in the header.js, let's move on to the header functional component. In the header.js, we are able to see that we are using React Bootstrap to create the navbar, which is consisting of navbar icon as well as navbar title. Then let's move on to the this part. Here we are using the calc provider, and calc provider is present in this calc context. So basically, calc provider is used when data needs to be accessible by many components at different nesting level. So here what we are doing is we are creating the context and export it as calc context. And here we are using use state to setting up the initial values of sign, num, and response in an object. So use state is an object which consists of key value pairs, and these are the initial values of sign, which is the operator, num is the number, and result is the zero. And this provider value will be sent as the prop to the various components. So these are the values which needs to be rendered or used by various functional components. So let's move on to app.js. Here we are able to see that we are using wrapper, screen, button box, and various functional components. So let's move on to the screen part. So in this screen, what we are going to do is we are using the context value calc and display the result or the value of the number in the calc. TextFit is the React.js library which is used to condense the uh, font size of the number within the given range of the screen dimension. So maximum range will be 70 and mode will be single. So this is the screen.js. Let's move on to the app.js again. So here we are using button box as a functional component, and then this is passed as the prop. So here what we are doing is we are rendering this button component which is mapping the button values with the of these array. So let's move on to the button component. Here in the button component, we are following the various operations for addition based on the button clicked. So this is the button. Based upon the button clicked, we are able to see here that we are handling various operations such as decimal click, reset click. Sign click is for operations for arithmetic operations, or and this is equals click is to display the result, percent click, and invert click. So if we click on decimal, it will call this function decimal click. So here we are able to see that this is the function to perform this decimal click operation, and there are various functions to perform various tasks, such as reset click, handle click button for numbering, means adding these numbers simultaneously in a string form. Then sign click for adding this string, equals click, and then percent click, and invert click is for adding prefix as the plus or minus. So these are the various functions that we are going to use here. So this is the button and it is passed as a prop in the button box, and this is the children as a prop which we are rendering here. Then let's move to app.js. So these are the various functional component we are rendering. Last is the footer, which is nothing but the bottom part of the website. So this is the various functional component and the structure. Let's move on to the output part. So here we are able to see this. This is the calculator header. This is one component, and this is the main component, which is the calculator. So let's add one number 12 plus 4, which is equal to 16. In order to clear it, reset it, we click on AC. In order to subtract 12 minus 6, we will get 6 as a result. In order to reset, we click on AC button. 12 into 4, which is equal to 48. And in order to calculate the percentage, we click on 12%, which will be 0.12. And in order to perform with the minus sign, we will use 12 minus 12 plus 4, which is minus 8. And if we divide 9 divided by 3, we will get 3. But if we divide 9 divided by 0, it will give infinity. So this is the various operations we can perform. Last operation that we can perform is 2.5 plus 1.2, which is equal to 3.7. So we can use decimal number as well for arithmetic operations. Thank you.